Hi, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining this Open Bidding webinar. In this webinar, I am going to introduce how to set up Open Bidding, and I will cover the following topics. I will walk through the process of how to set up the Open Bidding in the AdMob UI, and then I will share how to import AdMob SDK and the third-party SDK adapters. Next, I will talk about the best practice of SDK integration and how to do the troubleshooting with the mediation test suite. Lastly, we will talk about the common question observed from other customers during the Open Bidding integration. Now let's begin. But before setting up the Open Bidding in the AdMob UI, please make sure you have the contractual relationship with the third-party networks to ensure they can join the Open Bidding. Please reach out to your account manager for more information. Set up Open Bidding in AdMob UI. Since Open Bidding is part of the mediation, to configure the Open Bidding in AdMob front-end, first of all, we will need to click the mediation button and navigate to the mediation group menu. And then we need to create a new mediation group or edit an existing mediation group to set up the Open Bidding. Once we get in the mediation group edit page, we can see an Open Bidding as sources configuration section, and we can click the button to configure the third-party Open Bidding sources. There are two types of the Open Bidding partners, those that require a third-party SDK and those that don't. For now, if you want to choose AdColony, AdBluffing, Facebook, or Tapjoy as your third-party Open Bidding sources, then you will have to integrate the third-party SDK from these networks into your application. To do so, you will need to use the third-party SDK adapter provided by Google, and we will cover this part later. Since each ad network has its own supported format, it's important to use the correct ad source on your target format. Once you choose the network, you will be asked to provide the third-party credential. After you type in the correct credential info, you can click the Done button to save it. And that's the AdMob UI setup for an Open Bidding source. Now you could repeat these activities and add all the third-party networks you need into your mediation group. After we finish the AdMob UI setup, we will need to import the AdMob SDK into our project. Take the Android side setup as an example. To use Open Bidding, you would need to declare the SDK dependency into your app-level build Gradle file. It's always suggested to use the latest version of AdMob SDK into your project, but if you prefer an older version, please make sure the SDK you choose is at least 18.1.1. We would also need to configure the application ID info in the Android manifest to ensure AdMob could work properly. Like mentioned before, if you choose to use AdColony, AdBluffing, Fan, or Tapjoy as your Open Bidding third-party networks, you will have to integrate the third-party SDK into your project, and Google provides the third-party SDK adapter for you. You will need to import the adapter into your project, and then follow the mediation setup guide and add the additional code to use the third-party networks properly. After importing the SDK into the project, we can start to integrate the AdMob mediation. To use Open Bidding, it's important to use this new SDK initialization method to initialize AdMob. Inside this method, AdMob will initialize the third-party SDK adapters so that these third-party SDK networks can join the Open Bidding. So, to ensure the third-party OB networks can join all your ad requests, we would suggest you to initialize the SDK as soon as possible. Ideally, the init method should be called in the onCreate method of your main activity. Here is an example of calling the init method in the main activity onCreate method. By implementing the onInitialization complete listener, you can get the initialization status of your third-party SDK adapters. Once the callback is emitted and your adapter is ready, you can start to send your ad requests and enjoy the Open Bidding. With these steps, we actually just finished the integration of AdMob Open Bidding on the Android side. For the integration of Unity and iOS, please refer the link in the video's description. Once we finish the integration of AdMob Open Bidding, it's very important for us to test the integration details before releasing the app to the store. So I would like to introduce the mediation test suite for you. As its name suggests, the mediation test suite is a tool that helps you to verify your mediation setup. It's useful to check the mediation waterfall configurations. And now, you can use it to check your open bidding setup for those third-party open bidding networks that requires a SDK. To use mediation test suite, all you need to do is first, import the mediation test suite into your test build project. And second, call the line to bring up the mediation test suite UI. Once you run your application, you will see the UI with the list of ad units associated with the AdMob application ID you declare in the Android manifest. When you click on an ad unit, you will navigate to the ad unit detail page. You could use this page to check if your configuration for your target ad unit with open bidding in the AdMob front end or not. And next, in the same page, you could verify if the adapter and SDK are installed. For each open bidding ad source, you will see some green-red indicators for the SDK, adapter, and manifest status. When you click on an open bidding ad source, you will go to the ad source detail screen, and you can use this page to check the adapter SDK versions. And then it's also useful to use it to check the adapter initialization status. If you provide the correct app ID in the Android manifest, init the adapter successfully, and call the method when the app launches, then you should see a green indicators for the adapter init status. And lastly, you can use this page to verify the required ad source parameters are entered. In the ad source configuration screen, all the parameters specified should be green. If you've successfully passed all these checks above, your integration should be functional and the ads should serve if the ad source parameters are correct. And here are some common questions observed during the open bidding integration from other publishers. So, can I turn off any of the ad sources when I want to? The answer is yes. You can simply remove the open bidding line item from your mediation group. Remove ad sources will no longer be able to bid into your inventory. Be sure to inform your account manager on why you are turning off a certain ad source. It will help us make open bidding works better for you. Question 2. Do I need to contact every ad source? We recommend you to have a contractual relationship with ad sources of your choice. Please check with your account manager to get a detailed guide on requirements for each ad source. And question 3. There is no bid request for a third-party ad source. Please check if you have a contractual relationship with the ad source, and for the ad source require an SDK. You can use the mediation test suite to check the third-party SDK integration status. And that's the end of the how to set up open bidding Codelab. Thanks for watching.